This is the Horse Radio Network.
Greetings, everyone. Coach Jen here, and thanks for tuning in to Horse Tip Daily, episode 1365, where Horses in the Morning co-host and Monty Roberts certified instructor, Jamie Jennings, asks Monty to answer a question from a listener: how to train a horse who's already afraid of ditches. And before we get to our tip, listen to this message from our sponsor, Omega Alpha Equine.
Specializing in natural formulations for enhancing equine health and performance, Omega Alpha uses the finest natural ingredients available with rigorous quality control. Located in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Omega Alpha is 100% Canadian owned and operated. They are also approved by Health and Welfare Canada, so you can be sure that all supplements are manufactured to rigid and uncompromising standards. Standardbred trainer Julie Walker loves Omega Alpha Equine Regenerec. Let's hear why.
My name is Julie Walker. I am a standardbred trainer. 2 months ago, I had a horse off his feed. I had him go to the vets. I had him gastroscoped. He was full of ulcers. 30 days on Regenerec, and he's back eating his full meals. And the horses do like it.
Ask for Omega Alpha Equine products at your local tack and feed supplier or find a retailer near you by going to omegaalpha.com.
All right. Well, the next question comes from Angela, and Angela would like to know, she says, once you know a horse is afraid of a certain obstacle, in my horse's case, ditches, I'm assuming she's an eventer, what is the best way to start over? I see lots of articles on how to introduce a horse to new things, but not much on how to overcome an already pre-existing fear.
Yeah, interesting. The best thing that I've seen in terms of a horse that doesn't want to negotiate ditches. I had a horse in England that was really bad, and this horse was talented. He was an eventer that could win big time, but a ditch, you're out. He's through. And that business of the ground leaving him, a dark spot occurring, he doesn't know where the bottom is, or whatever is going through his mind, that was enough. And I thought this through one night. I remember it very well. And then I simply got a gelding from one of my instructors that was just a normal horse. And he was, they did a lot of this thing called a trek with him, which is a kind of a trail course at speed kind of thing. And they go into natural areas and create these courses. And he would go through a ditch fine. He would hop the bottom of it and stuff like that. And so I got those two horses to like one another. And we started with some little ditches. And there's a guy in Lambourne, England, that is a contractor. And he drove by this particular property where the horse was each day with a backhoe and stuff. And he was doing work around there. I don't know. And I had him come and do a little ditch and then a little bigger ditch and then a little bigger ditch until I could take this pony that the instructor had and go in front of him, and he would follow this pony through the little ditch. And then the little ditch got a little bigger and then a little bigger and a little bigger. And within about 4 or 5 days, he was jumping a massive ditch, but the pony was on the other side. So they went off to an event, and now it's a new ditch in a new place, and boy, did he want to stop. And that is to say, in the morning, they give you a chance to go around the cross-country course. It was in an informal kind of competition, but we had that chance. So then this big ditch, the little pony couldn't do it, or it was difficult to do, and he wasn't that big. But I put him on the other side, and my horse jumped the ditch a couple of times, and then in the afternoon for the regular course, he was flying over the thing. It worked well. It's company, following the company, and seeing that it's safe. typically you have a business whereby the ditch falls away from their lower vision of their eyes, and they see it as nothing but a trap that they're going to get killed in, and they stop. So getting them with a buddy and then being incremental about your uplift to the challenging facts surrounding whatever it is. And let's don't just say ditch, the water, big heavy poles, down tree, big log, all of those things that event horses have to negotiate every time they go can be helped tremendously by a gelding that's quiet and nice and goes through anything, and then gradually uplift and send your gelding to the other side and have him cantering away on the other side, and he'll draw that horse across almost anything. They'll give it a try. And then once they see that it's okay, you're off and running.
Well, that wraps up another tip. You can find links to today's guests as well as lots more tips at horsetipdaily.com. And thank you again to our sponsor today, Omega Alpha Equine. You can find Omega Alpha Equine's full line of competition-safe supplements at your local tack and feed supplier, or you can find a retailer by going to omegaalpha.com. This is Coach Jen, and I will be back again soon with another tip. So until then, go ride your horse. The Horse Radio Network and the Horse Radio Network hosts are not responsible for statements made by guests on the Horse Tip Daily. Please use your own judgment when listening to the tips on this show.